Not everybody believes in lake monsters. Some people think that these lake monsters could be European sturgeons. Other people think large eels, otter seals, inanimate objects, water birds, dolphin orgies.
Dolphin orgies.
And my personal favorite, which I've known for a long time, elephants from a traveling circus. The trunks pop up out of the waters or swimming across lakes. In the 1930s, a traveling circus passed by Misty Lake. At the height of the sightings, the circus impresario offered 20,000 pounds reward for Nessie. Meanwhile, they're creating a lot of the sightings with their stupid fucking elephants swimming around.
How dumb would you feel if you're like, I saw a Loch Ness monster and it turned out to just be an elephant? Like you confused an elephant with a giant fish monster.
No, I wouldn't feel dumb at all because, first of all, I'm not expecting an elephant to be swimming in a lake.
True.
And also, a trunk looks like a plesiosaur head. The surgeon's photo, it is the #1 iconic photo of the Loch Ness Monster.
The surgeon's photo was fake. You know that.
In 1933...
It was a dinosaur attached to a submarine.
I'm talking about it. Shut your filthy fucking mouth. In 1933, an English newspaper, the Daily Mail, hired a big game hunter, Marmaduke Wetherell, to hunt the Nessie. In days, he claimed to be hot on the trail. He was following footprints on the shore. He gave it to the newspaper, and then they turned it over to the Natural History Museum. So what he had done, what Marmaduke did, is he took an ashtray made from a real hippo's foot from his hunting days, and he made little footprints. He got called a fake. So what he did was he took his stepson's toy submarine, and he put a dinosaur half on top of the submarine, and he took pictures of it offshore, but his reputation was already ruined, right? So he gave it to Robert Wilson, a respected surgeon. Robert Wilson loved pranks, so he said, all right, I'll go with it. And he claimed that he took the photo, so the papers went crazy with it. The unedited version of the photo, you can see the shoreline. I actually really like Marmaduke Wetherell. I like his little gimmick. I think it's fun.
He's got an awesome name.
He does.
Yeah.
Marmaduke.
Marmaduke Wetherell.
Sounds like a Sir Marmaduke to me.
Actor, director, and big game hunter.
Now, here on the JTO podcast, we would be remiss if we weren't selling our own hoax to you, because if you'd like fame, fortune, friends, and influence, you too need to perpetrate your own hoax on the world. And today we are selling the JTO Loch Ness Monster Kit for only $99.99. This is a steal. Normally, it is much more expensive to create this hoax, string sold separately.
But if you already purchased our Bigfoot hoax package, you can get this Loch Ness package for 25% off.
Doo-doo. Doo-doo. Do-do-do-do-do. Cha-ching! Sound of savings.
You can make so much money with this.
George Spicer and his wife, on an afternoon drive, they saw a monster cross the road, approximately 1.2 meters high, 8 meters long, wavy neck, thick as an elephant's trunk, lurched across the road on flippers into the loch. Now, I have a published letter from the Daily Mail that George wrote to the Daily Mail. I'd like to read to you guys, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Dear Sir, I have just returned from a motoring holiday in Scotland and am writing to inform you that on Saturday afternoon, 22nd July last, whilst traveling, sounds like the kid with Normie.
It's like the same guy writing all these hoaxes.
Nevertheless,
if I say Wilston, nevertheless, they'll believe me.
I arose to the occasion to write a letter. Whilst traveling along the east side of Loch Ness between Doris and Foyers Hotel, about halfway, in fact, I saw the nearest approach to a dragon or prehistoric animal that I have ever seen in my life. It crossed my road about 50 yards ahead and appeared to be carrying a small lamb or animal of some kind. Length from 6 feet to 8 feet and very ugly. That's not nice. I am wondering if you can give me any information about it, and I am enclosing a stamped, addressed envelope anticipating your kind reply. Whatever it was, and it may be a land or water animal, I think it should be destroyed. As I am not sure whether, had I been quite close to it, I should have cared to have tackled it. As you would. It is difficult to give a better description, as it moves so swiftly, and the whole thing was so sudden, there is no doubt that it exists. Yours, etc. George Spicer. Yours, etc. That seems so late. Yours, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it is the Daily Mail, so
Seems super lazy too, etc., etc. Like I had more stuff to say, but I'm too lazy to write it.
absolute evidence of a dragon. Real prehistoric dragon. Yo, you don't believe me?
I do not.
Let's roll that footage. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Andrew Presents Evidence to Bryant. Today, I brought a very special guest. We have a paleontologist, Paul the paleontologist, that I met behind the 7-Eleven on Wells. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Give your admiration over to Paul the paleontologist. Say hi, Paul.
Hi, Paul.
Why does your jacket say John?
Because I got it from a guy behind 7-Eleven.
Okay, all right. But explain to the audience that you are indeed an authentic, real paleontologist.
Yes, I am a real paleontologist, and I do paleontologist stuff.
Where did you get your degree?
At the Paleontology School of Paleontology.
Paleontology School of Paleontology. Very well accredited in the paranormal field. So, when we were talking about unrelated topics by that dumpster, I found out that you have frequented Scotland as much as I have. Is that right?
That's true.
World traveler.
Yes.
Yeah. So I have been to the highway where the Spicers found that living Loch Ness dragon. I got the evidence. I'll be presenting Brian tonight, and I wanted to hand it over to you so you can authenticate it. Now, this is a very fragile specimen. This is a real Loch Ness monster bone, and I have a real paleontologist here that's going to verify my find and my claim. Take a look at that. What is that?
This is a real Loch Ness monster bone. I have never seen a Loch Ness monster bone like this since the last time I've seen a Loch Ness monster bone.
You heard it here first. That's a real Loch Ness monster bone. Your professional opinion, would you please tell our lovely viewers and listeners at home what you feel about Bryant and his skepticism?
He's got a fat head.
He's got a fat head. I've been telling him for a long time, you got a fat head, buddy. It's blowing up all over that camera, and the camera already adds 10 pounds. It is a horrific sight. Give that to me. It's very fragile. Get your disgusting hands off of it. Bryant is a fucking idiot, and paleontologist says so, right?
That's right. He's a fat head.
Yeah, fat-headed idiot. All right. Thank you very much for joining us.
So, do I get that $20 now?
We're not going to, I said we're going to talk about that on camera. We're not going to be doing.
Oh, okay. Did you still want that 8-ball?
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us on this interview. Back to you, Andrew. And we're back. What do you think of that? Pure evidence.
Did you say you met him at a 7-Eleven?